November 15th, 2023. Words can't describe what I feel right now.
Yeah, I'm a dead man walking by day. If there's medicine I can say. Wait until the sun goes down. That's when I can let it out. You can call me crazy, I call it fate. Transformation taking over me. From dusk till dawn. I'm digging my way up the grave from dusk till dawn. I'm staring my fears in the face from dusk till dawn. I got some hell to raise. They've got a price to pay. From dusk till dawn. From dusk till dawn. I can feel the ice run through my blood.
Well, a little bit of an update. Pretty slow. The wind is completely different. It's kind of almost at east. I've checked it 2-3 times. It's just swirling really bad down here. Normally a north wind, northwest wind, or west wind is really what you need here. But kind of going with it. We're in here. I really don't want to walk out. Talked to Tanner. They haven't been seeing much either. He said they've only seen 3. Chris said that he said they've seen 8 different bucks this morning. And there's a cedar thicket right here. It's, I mean, thick. And they're just on the other side of it. Maybe 150 yards. And, he said that almost every single deer started going with it. He said they keep getting pushed out. So he thinks there's a good one in there. But now it's out in the south. I can feel it back of my neck. I don't know. We may have to It is November 12th, 2023. We've come to a different location. Had a good hunt this morning. Seen a lot of bugs. A lot of little bugs, but the Big Ten was in here this morning, chasing some does around. The buck that I'm calling half rack was also in here this morning. The only thing about that buck is all the deer this morning were kind of coming out, or coming through. The buck that I call a half rack was coming in. So, in years past, the way that I've hunted this was, they come in this draw, they bed down for the day, we catch them as they're coming out, coming out of bedding. So, we have a pretty good, we have a wind blowing straight out. It's not the greatest wind, but it'll work. There was quite a few deer in this field last night. I had a boatload of does in this cut cornfield, so hopefully that continues tonight. So, well, it's a little after 3 o'clock, and I was just getting on my phone to look at the weather. The wind, pressure, and all that stuff for tomorrow. Trying to figure out where we're going to go. And I just had to look up and I could see a doe running across the field. And I got her on down just a little bit. So I was kind of trying to look. And I used a scent drag on the way in. And there's a big, real thick bedding area that I walked by. Kind of had to tonight with the south wind. Was able to sneak through without jumping anything up. I think they're further back in that bedding area. They're not as close to the edge. And yeah, I just said, I think they're 2 little bugs, but I reworked a scrape, and that's what they were doing, messing around in the scrape. So, at least we've seen some deer. Didn't get skunked. That's good.
And I'm still in awe.
Oh yeah. Folks, it happened. I just had to get up here to this north end. I wanted to watch this big field before it got dark. And I got to the north end, but I wanted to see over this hill. And because there's a patch of woods that comes out that goes in to this little draw by this pond where all these deer go. So I got up here to the front north end, and coyote ran across. I was getting ready to shoot that coyote, and somebody not too far from me shot. And I just kind of happened to just look over, and there is, in this fence road, just a little bitty block of woods, maybe 30 trees in it, and a doe got up. And then about that time, after that doe got up, I seen him get up, and I knew right then, no doubt about it, he was a shooter. I didn't realize how big he was until he hopped the fence and came over on us. And now I knew there was no stopping this deer, because as soon as he hopped the fence, he'd seen me. He was trying to get with his doe, and this is by far the biggest deer I've ever killed in my life.
But I guess this is his G2.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he's got
a mainframe 8,
yeah,
basically.
mainframe 8 with these extra. Yeah, I'm almost positive this was the deer I seen last night.
What a beast.
Look at the mass here. I mean, I've never seen that
Yeah, that's,
come up like that.
you got a tank, man. Has it sunk in yet?
No, it still hasn't. Good shot.
All right, it's recording.
Well, it's November 15th, 2023. Words can't describe what I feel right now. It's been a tough season. Warm weather. Not seeing a lot of big mature deer. And I'm still in awe. But starting back in August, I was driving down the highway and was headed out to a piece of property that I can hunt, and I seen this deer back in August standing out in beans, feeding in velvet. For the next 3 or 4 days, I went out there every night and could see him, watched him, and then the last time I seen him was, I think, the first week of September was the last night that I seen him. The farm that he was on, I have permission to hunt that farm, but I only get so many days to hunt it. I hunted it last year, was able to harvest a deer off of it last year. Normally I get a couple days during rifle season, a couple days during bow season. So as the season went on, I knew, being late season, I would probably see this deer, so that was kind of my game plan, was to wait till rifle season. And I really needed a north wind to hunt that farm, and we just didn't have a lot of north winds this year. And so I was hunting another deer on my farm, and rifle season came around, and decided to go give this farm a chance, and I'm glad I did. November 13th, which was on a Monday, well, the week prior, me, Tanner, and Hunter went into that property, hung a stand, and there wasn't a lot of sign. There was one draw that comes down to a pond, and there was a bunch of scrapes inside that wood line, on the edge of the wood line and inside of it. So that was pretty close to where I shot my deer last year, so I knew I wanted to be pretty close to that. Get a stand hung. We got out of there as quick as we could. And then on Monday, the 13th, I got in there early, hunted all day. Seen quite a few bucks early that morning, and then it was pretty lousy the rest of the afternoon. And then at about 4:15 on the 13th, I seen him. He was about 260 yards away. Come out of that draw, went down to the pond, get him a drink, and I just didn't. At the time, all I seen was this side, and I couldn't tell what deer he was. I just knew he was a big 8, big 8, and that's exactly what I told Tanner and the guys. I said, I think I seen a big 8. Going into yesterday, I went in in the morning, and I hunted till about 10 o'clock, and I'd only seen one deer. I climbed down, went to town, got something to eat, went to the house for a little bit, and the wind had shifted out of the south yesterday, so I didn't want to hunt by the pond dam because I was worried my scent was going to blow up into that draw. So I decided to go back to my stand And and I told myself if I didn't see anything by 4:30, I was going to climb down and I was going to walk up to the north end of the property and watch this big field, and just to see where they were coming from. And there's a big cut cornfield to the north of me, and I had a feeling that's where they were going. And as I was making my way up to the north end, I had seen a couple coyotes running across the field. I was trying to get on him, and they were just a little bit too far. Really didn't want to ruin the rest of my evening, and decided to walk another 30 yards, and I heard a couple gunshots on the neighboring property. So I just kind of tucked into the tree line a little bit, and then I seen a doe. I probably wasn't 10 yards from her. And then in the brush, he stands up, and all I could see was this. And I knew if that doe hopped the fence, this was going to be a dead deer. And she hopped the fence, and he shortly hopped right out of it, hopped over as well. And it was about a 10-yard shot. What an animal. TPO's having a hell of a year. I wish I could have got him on film, but when I seen the doe, I was trying to get my camera out, and as I was trying to get in my bag to get the camera out, I seen these tines, and there just wasn't enough time. And the day before, the footage I do have of him was with my phone, because I had left my camera in the truck that day, and I was not walking a mile and a half back to the truck. So, good deer, my biggest deer to date. Couldn't be more proud of him.